Known as the First Lady of Song, Ella Fitzgerald was the most popular female jazz singer in the United States for more than half a century. In her lifetime, she won 13 Grammy Awards and sold over 40 million albums. Her voice was flexible, wide-ranging, accurate, and ageless. She could sing sultry ballads, sweet jazz, and imitate every instrument in an orchestra. She worked with all the jazz greats from Duke Ellington, Countess Basie, and Nat King Cole to Frank Sinatra, Dizzy Gillespie, and Benny Goodman. She performed at top venues all over the world and packed the house. Ella Jane Fitzgerald was born in Newport, Virginia on April 25, 1917. Her father, William, and her mother, Temperance, also known as Tempe, parted ways shortly after her birth in 1932. Tempe died from serious injuries that was received in a car accident. Ella took this loss very hard. Her grades dropped dramatically, and she frequently skipped school. After getting in trouble with the police, she was taken into custody and sent to a reform school. Living there was even more unbearable as she suffered beatings at the hands of her caretakers. Eventually, Ella escaped from this reformatory school, and the 15-year-old found herself broke and alone during the Great Depression. Eventually, she ended up landing a spot on the amateur night at the Apollo. She told sources later that she was so nervous from all the people and the rowdy audience. When she started to sing, it was a disaster. A man named Ralph Cooper, who worked to help Fitzgerald, gave her the courage to try again, and when she did, she brought the house down. In the mid-1936, Ella made her first recording, Love and Kisses, which was released under the Decca label, with moderate success. During this time, the era of big swing bands was shifting, and the focus was turning more toward bebop. Ella played with this new style, often using her voice to make the role of another horn in the band. You Have to Swing It was the first time she began to play with scant singing. Scant singing is defined as improvised jazz singing in which the voice is used to imitate an instrument. In 1938, the age of 21, Ella recorded a playful version of the nursery rhyme, A Tisket a Tasket. The album sold 1 million copies, hit number 1, and stayed on the pop charts for 17 weeks. Suddenly, Ella Fitzgerald was famous. Ella also began appearing on television variety shows. She quickly became a favorite and frequent guest on numerous programs, including The Big Bang Crosby Show, The Diane Shore Show, The Frank Sinatra Show, The Ed Sullivan Show, The Tonight Show, The Nat King Cole Show, The Andy Williams Show, and The Dean Martin Show. Ella Fitzgerald and Duke Ellington had a great relationship. Ellington had first met Fitzgerald in the mid-30s, while she performed at Harlem's legendary Savoy Ballroom with Chic Webb and his orchestra. The two would remain friends and collaborations in the years leading up to the recording of Ella Fitzgerald Sings the Duke Ellington Songbook. On May 24, 1974, Ellington died. Stuart Nicholson writes on his book, Ella Fitzgerald, a biography of the First Lady of Jazz, that Ellington, who had once extravagantly promised to write a Broadway show featuring Ella. Ella and Duke made a hit song that still gets played very often when referring to jazz, called It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got No Swing.